Welcome to Yury Experience, and today I want to talk to you about staying true to your word. From the very young age, most of us are learned that words have meaning. Each and every small word, big word, long word, short word, all of these words have some specific meaning. But what almost no school teaches us is the fact that most of the words not only have meaning, most of them have meaning, but some of the words have weight. What I mean by weight, obviously the words are not heavy, at least not literally. They are heavy figuratively. If you say some words, you can carry some weight of these words on your shoulders because some of the words are heavier than others. Like the words that have some historical meaning, like for example the famous N-word. Like the N-word is a very heavy word. N-word is a very heavy word, and if you are not a black person or person of color, actually if you are not a black person, then N-word for you is kind of way too heavy. Or for example Holocaust. Holocaust is also a very heavy word which you cannot just throw in just as a fact or just as a joke. In most of the situations you need to look about the context, you need to understand that some of the people will not only get offended, but can actually try to hit you. And if the first part is not that critical nowadays, because all of the people are getting offended about pretty much everything, then the second part can be slightly crucial for your body, for your bones. Obviously not all of the words are heavy. For example, the word table. I mean, if we are not talking about buying a table for $1 million, which you don't actually have, then this is kinda an easy word. You can use it. You don't really need to think about using that. You just can use the word and that's all. That's not like Holocaust. Holocaust you cannot use everywhere or with every person. But table, I mean, assume that there are some knights of round table, maybe they don't like the word, but I think they can deal with that too. Which is why basically what I'm trying to say you, if you are using some words, you are taking responsibility for using that words. You are taking the weight of that words on your shoulders. And you need to think twice whether you're actually ready to carry that weight. I don't mean by that you need to be afraid of saying words or afraid of saying some specific words. Now, as I said already, nowadays a lot of people look into words way too much, like words, and words are important. Words have weight, as I told you already, but you shall not be afraid of using words. There are two main rules that are very general and make perfect sense, and somehow most of us forget about them. I don't know why. The first rule: don't say what you don't mean. I mean, this one is kinda obvious, don't you think so? If you don't think something, or if you don't find something true, don't say it. However, a lot of people still misuse words. A lot of people base their words on assumptions that are actually not true, which is why prior to using words, prior to saying something, make sure that what you are trying to say is actually true, is actually correct according to your values at least, and whether you are ready to take responsibility if these words are not true. A lot of comedy is actually based on this rule. A lot of people who don't know the meaning of the word use the word in completely wrong context, and then other people laugh at them because it is obviously funny. Like one guy in some movie with Mr. Franco, I forgot his first name. There was a guy who used the word bukkake. If you don't know what bukkake is and you are under 18, please don't Google that. If you are above 18, you kinda can Google that. Be careful though. Anyway, that is not a word that you would use at a family meeting. Just saying. And another application to this rule, which kinda even more important I would say, don't say something that you do not actually agree with only because you have some kind of emotions that you currently have about that topic. Don't say words or opinions just because you are emotional, just because you want to throw that in that person's face. It doesn't matter whether it's true, not true, whether you actually believe in it or not, you just want to throw it. Don't do that. Because Every freaking person on this freaking earth just waits for you to make this wrong move, to just throw the words without thinking. Be careful. It's a pity, but there are more than enough words that nowadays can bring you in trouble. And when I say trouble, I mean trouble. And now the second rule. If you really mean something, say it, clarify it, emphasize it, make it clear to freaking everybody what actually do you mean by that sentence, that word, that opinion. Make it completely clear so nobody can take your words and just rotate them and make it completely something different. Use the word precisely. Learn new words if you need to do that, just read a dictionary. But be precise with your words. If you are precise with your words, you are out of danger. You can always say, I didn't say that. What I actually said was that, and that. And the thing about clarifying, not always people hear what you are trying to say them. That's just how people are, because of different reasons. And one of the things that you can do in order to help people to understand what you actually mean is to clarify your words, is to clarify your opinion. I live with this statement. I don't speak my mother tongue every day because I speak German every day, and German is not my mother tongue. So I kind of have to explain sometimes people what I actually mean, because sometimes I just don't find right words. Which is why I do my best to make it clear what I actually mean, what I'm actually trying to say. So people actually understand what I'm talking about, which again decreases the probability that they will take my words, rotate them and take completely different meaning out of it. No, they won't, because I did my best to clarify it. And whether it's right or wrong, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You are safe, but you still said your opinion. That is what this is all about. I would like to say that we are currently living in crazy times where wrong words can do you a lot of bad things. But it's not like it wasn't like that prior to today. At every time, in every country, in every society, there were words with too much weight for normal people. There were words or opinions that were kind of prohibited and for which you could lose your life. Nowadays, in a lot of Western communities, we kind of have it good. You can say a lot of words, you can say a lot of opinions, and their weight will not crush you with pretty much high probability. But still, we shall not forget that there are a lot of people out there, and a lot of these people don't want you any good. Normally they just don't want anything to do with you, but then you say something wrong, in their opinion obviously, or maybe it is just wrong, I don't know, and you become an enemy. And it is not the best feeling to have a lot of enemies. Speaking from experience and speaking, I think, to my future self, because I will say a lot of opinions that a lot of people will disagree with. But I prepared myself. I'm sure that I didn't prepare myself fully, that I will still be crushed a little bit, but I know what I'm going into. I know that a lot of people will disagree with me. I know that some of my opinions are controversial, but I want to share them with you so I get your opinions, and also I want to show you and other people that there are more than just one opinion to each and every topic. So coming back to words, a word spoken is past recalling. Yes, I prepared myself for today, but actually I do prefer the phrase that is used in Russian. The word is no sparrow. If you let it go, you will not be able to catch it again. I'm not sure how Russians do catch sparrows, but I hope the meaning is clear. As soon as you said something, it is in the world. And as soon, for example, as I said something to the camera and I uploaded it to YouTube, it is in the whole world. It's the internet, which is kind of more than the world. Take responsibility for your words. They are yours. They share your opinion, and they add weight to your shoulders. Either don't use the words that you are not ready to, or use them with full courage and full self-esteem and full self-confidence, and carry them on your shoulders, carry that weight, and be kind of also proud of it. Because these words, define your character. I'm pretty sure you know where is the like button. I also think you know where is the comment section. If you have any questions or suggestions, please write them in the comments below. You can also subscribe to the channel, but except for that, I see you on Monday.